Danger Dolan. Dr. Perzik simply asks, what happened to the new dancers, the ones from the Wrath trailer? So they were first announced in BlizzCon 2007, you can see it in the clip playing before you, and they were intended to be more customization options for dancers for all races. So that means you can mix the undead headbang with the Night Elf Michael Jackson dances. And you can do it in any order based on your preference. There would also be new dances that possibly only certain races can do. So there is a YouTuber named Dean Patton who has been making custom dances. He's also been taking dances from existing models and applying them to different ones. So you can see here that you got the pandaren female doing the human female dance. You've also got a human female doing the fox dance from that viral video. I would encourage you all to just check out his channel, it's linked below. Now, throughout all of Wrath, Blizzard kept claiming that the dance studio was imminent. It was printed on the box. It didn't make launch, they pushed it back to 3.3, then they pushed it back to Cataclysm, and then it disappeared entirely. Here's a quote from an interview they did with Joystick about what happened to the advertised dance studio for Wrath of the Lich King expansion. And they said it's still on the list, we always start an expansion with more than we can realistically do and then shuffle things up and down. And then at BlizzCon 2010 they were asked about the dance studio once again. Take a look.
I was wondering if you were going to implement any new dance moves or a dance studio for our characters in Cataclysm.
But yeah, we've been doing some work on that. We've got some stuff actually done for it. It's just a matter of timing now when we want to actually introduce it. And not for Cataclysm, but for some time in the future there will be more dance moves and the ability to customize your dances.
We need to make sure that we add a lot of new dances for the dance studio, and we've actually done some of them, and anytime our animators have like some extra time when they're not working on something that's absolutely required for the next patch or expansion, they go back to doing animations for the new dances. And once we have enough of them, we'll package it all up and release the dance studio and start dancing.
Thank you.
We want it to be a cool feature too. We felt like with the barbershop, we got some cool visual customization, but there wasn't much gameplay there, and we think we could do a lot more with that, and we don't want to make the same mistake with Dance Studio.
So as he just mentions there, they don't want another barber shop where it's just a cool feature that you use once and then forget about. They want you to keep playing it like a mini game, like pet battles. Now recently, people have been QQing over new player models, how they're only 25% done, and Ghostcrawler did respond with this. The good news is this is something actively being worked on, not a shelved product like Dance Studio or Abyssal Maw. Even though this might look negative, it actually further confirms that it is in the pipeline, it's just a question of how long will it take. So here are my thoughts. I'm willing to bet they're just holding off on this dance studio because of the new character models. Like, even though they can work on the new dances without the new models, it's a case of why would they introduce all this work they did for the dances to models that look like garbage? They may as well just wait a while, like expansion, and then amplify the excitement of new models being released. And this is because the main criticisms I foresee for the new models is that people are just gonna say, this is just exactly the same as my old model, it just looks a bit nicer. So new dances might get people a bit more pumped and, make them less boring. So they do want to give dances more of a gameplay element. Now, this game has had a lot of elements borrowed from other franchises like Pokemon, Final Fantasy, EverQuest. Even the idea of orcs, trolls, and elves are just a common fantasy staple. So I would expect to see a Dance Dance Revolution minigame with Gangnam Style for pandaren. They can make it really awesome, they could offer some really cool rewards. It won't replace the next raid tier, I'm sure, but it'll be a cool little side game for when you got nothing else to do. I am surprised to not see any custom dances implemented for the new Garrosh Orc model. So maybe they need to set all the new models in stone before they can actually roll out these customization options. Or they might want to just keep it a secret. I mean, it'd be pretty sweet if we see the trailer for the new expansion and you got all these new high definition models doing all kinds of new dances. I have no idea why they would be dancing, but it's Blizzard, they can do anything they want. Some people on the forums mentioned that dances aren't really a priority for the company, but more dances is more aimed for the machinima, the role players, and anyone pretending to be AFK in major cities. So I would expect to see them next expansion, more than likely after the new models are introduced. We'll see. That's it for this chat box. If you'd like to see me cover a gameplay topic really quick, leave a comment below. Have a good one.